All right, welcome in everybody that may join us. Give it about a minute or so before we get started. Hot topic tonight. We got the ACL board stamp presentation question and answer session. So bring your questions. We've got the man in charge, Mr. Josh Keck, on board with us tonight.
No, that's you. You're in charge.
Uh-oh, Jamie's on.
Yeah, he's out driving his white pickup truck right now.
Jamie, don't you have some baseball to go to or something down there? Awesome. All right. Well, we'll get started on this. Like I said, I know there might be some other people hopping on. Everybody can watch this afterwards as well, as it is going to be available. But with some of the new recent changes that have come out here with the ACL board stamps, this was going to be a presentation that actually I was going to do next week. But with the changes that just happened, we thought it'd be good to get it out there and a little bit of an update and question and answer session now, while it's fresh on everybody's mind. So just got some slides to go through. Josh may pipe in and give some expertise and some opinions in here as well. So feel free to chime in on the comments for your question stuff, and we'll answer them towards the end. So, but to get started here, let me actually go back. First off, we always like to start off with a quote. These are ones that kind of built, not necessarily something that we found from somebody, but being that the board stamp and the fair play initiative is a big thing with the ACL. We got consistency breeds confidence. When every board meets ACL standards, players can focus on playing their best. So everybody has the same great boards across the board for everybody. Everybody's going to be starting to play their best on that equipment. So keep that in mind. Just kind of go down through the different levels, requirements, fair play, the different vendors that are out there, and then some new product offerings that we have for this season as well, for the rest of the season. And this has been out there for a little while, but we have the 5 different levels of boards basically that are going to be stamped for every player, director, whoever wants to grab some boards. We've got the rec and mini, rec boards and mini boards, of course, just going to be more for your backyard, everyday player that wants to just get some sets, get out there, play every once in a while, barbecues and things of that nature. Comp boards, they're great for that the competitive players looking for a little bit better equipment than the rec boards. Actually, I would say they're probably a lot better than the rec boards, but they give that player a little bit more edge on getting into that higher level equipment that they're going to start using at some of these other tournaments that they may end up going to. And then you've got the Pro and Elite Pro, of course. That's what you're going to be seeing and using at Opens and Worlds, signatures and stuff like that. And then the Elite boards are what's going to be your top tier, just below that Pro level that the state directors are going to start using, which I'll go over here shortly. And then again, these are some of the new requirements that have been changing very recently here for local and regional directors. The Elite or Pro stamp boards are still the requirements for state directors starting October 1st, 2026. Now, this is a misconception that has been out there that I've had to, I can't tell you how many times, let directors know, players know. It is not the requirement to start this next season. We have a full year of a season coming up that is not a requirement for directors to get stamp boards here this summer. So if you have not started or don't have any, it is still okay. We still have that full year and full season to go ahead and get that for us state directors. But this is brand new, as you guys may or may not have seen, but as of July 1st, so 2 days ago, regional directors are no longer required to have stamp boards on that date of October 1st, 2026. So it has been rolled back, as you can see on the bottom as well. The local and club directors have already had the rollback happen earlier this season. And then just recently, the regional directors as well. So I know that will kind of affect some or quite a lot of the regional directors around. I know some of them around me have already started to purchase some, which is amazing, and probably what you would want to do as well, which we'll go over. But again, it's not a necessary requirement for you regional directors to have to purchase them before the October deadline.
Let me
As of
throw
now, it
something
is
in
just the
there.
state. Yep, go ahead.
So basically, just state directors need the stamp boards at the state events, and if the state directors don't have enough to run, they can borrow from the regional directors that have the stamp boards. So have at it with that. You guys work together and come together and have a great big event, right?
Correct. Yeah. And so if you're running that regional, again, like you said, state directors for the state events only have to have those elite boards. Um, just for instance, I have a regional director around me that we bounce boards off of each other a lot for larger events. So same situation can happen there at the same time. We both have elite boards at this point. Add to the amount of boards you have, make it a larger event, and you'll be all good. So, but yeah, that's just want to get that out there for you guys. And just to kind of go over that again, the requirements for the state directors, the 2026-2027 season is the only the state directors are required to have them as stamp boards. But the big thing that we're coming out with, and this is a sticking point for you state directors or soon to be or want to move up to be a state director, the state level events will require the state level stamped board, starting in October, but a multi-year plan is in the works to support the long-term investment in equipment for state directors. And again, more details coming soon on that, but we want to make sure that if you do choose to be a state director, that the responsibility that comes with that, there is going to be some financial things that you can see by getting boards and building up your inventory of that. We want to make sure that you're not just having to do that 1 year and something changes, that you're out of being the state director the next year and you've sacrificed the amount. So there is that multi-year and long-term investment that we're looking for state directors to help you out as well. And that's going to be a key component for making these events great. And again, the next slide will go over some fair play stuff, but it is something that everybody can have that consistent play that you expect by going to like an open or some of the signatures this year. The same thing for your state events, that they're going to be, easily the same type of equipment and same play that you're going to expect.
I'm gonna throw something in there. All directors, not just state directors or regional directors, all directors have the opportunity to get wholesale pricing from our licensees. Boards, bags, all the other apparel and everything else that we have. Make sure you get registered in our DLH, which is Direct Licensing Hub. I'll share a comment in here later with the link to get in there. But it's completely free to do that. You don't have to pay any monthly or yearly fees to be in DLH. It's basically getting you as a co-brand or a retailer type thing. And then your name will go on to the list of approved retailers. And you would qualify for the wholesale discounts through all of our licensees that offer that. So definitely get in there and do that. And basically the only thing you have to do in DLH is once a year, basically when the new season kicks over, is just go in and renew your license.
Yep. And it's worked great for instance, for myself, have bought some boards with that on a little bit different pricing, some bags that I used either personally or to get out there for players at the same time. So and then the big thing, really, one of the main reasons why, and a lot of people ask, how come we got to go to stamp boards? Why are we doing this? Is we have our fair play initiative, to bring it with the bag testing that we've been doing this season. To go along with that, this is the other side, or one of the sides to that as well. Getting all of the equipment to be consistent, the same. Somebody doesn't go to one tournament that's playing on different boards that another director, an hour away, has a lot different experience. It's getting everything so you're all playing on that same playing field. And just kind of reiterating on here, it is not required at this time for those directors to swap out your boards with ACL stamp sets. We all do encourage directors to support the ACL Fair Play Initiative, and phase in stamped boards from any of the approved licensees over time. Again, not saying you've got to go out and buy 30 sets this, off season to then start using them next year. You can slowly phase them in. I've done that 4 or 5 at a time, and then just build your inventory that way. And just another, kind of reminder, some other ways that some people have done boards this way. Maybe you haven't thought about it, but you can do some fundraisers or donations. League nights, throw a thing out there. Hey, anybody want to throw in some money? We can start buying some new boards. Leave, $5, $10, $1 here and there. It all goes towards the cause that way. Some fundraisers, 50/50s, things of that nature, that you can, reinvest that back into. Sponsor sets are always a huge thing with a lot of clubs. Sponsors like to get their name out there. If you have a lot to offer for them, it's a perfect opportunity for them to get another avenue, possibly some business in the local areas and some of your events going around as well. And then it doesn't cost you the money to get those sets at the same time. And then just reinvesting back into your club. I know a lot of us, do like the financial aspect that sometimes that some of these bigger events or other events that you're doing can gain for us directors. It's reinvesting back into yourself and into your club to make it that much better. Take some of that money that you may have earned on some of these events and purchase a set here and there. Or, you got a large event and you took a little bit more in, repurchase more back out, shows your players that you're really passionate about them and want to make their event experience that much better down the road. So just a couple different things that I know have worked for one, myself, and two, for a lot of other directors that I've dealt with and worked with. And again, just something that some people may not have thought of or remembered on that. So, and then here's the other approved vendors or manufacturers that we have at this time. We're going to have, down through the list, you got Victory Tailgate, West Georgia, Ultra, Flux, and then Colorado Cornhole. So we've got those vendors that, like Josh just said as well, if you do sign up with your underneath the DLH platform, that these manufacturers will end up giving you some wholesale discounts for,
May.
Exactly. May give you a discount for some, either a bulk deal, singles, who knows. It'd be best to fill out that DLH stuff first for you, or do that for yourself, and then contact them, see what they can do for you. And again, if they don't be don't be mad at them, but they may give you some sort of a discount and then wholesale pricing to help you out with getting those boards and getting their boards out there as well. And there's a couple other new offerings this year. I don't know. I'll let Josh kind of go into these ones a little bit more. But there's some new things that the ACL has brought on board for directors and other licensees and things like that can help you out throughout your club as well. But I don't know if Josh, if you want to kind of go over some of these.
Yeah, I can do that. Just heads up, I sent you the link for DLH because I can't comment publicly on here. So
Yep.
if you in the private chat in here, so if you could just put that in the main chat, that'd be wonderful. But yeah, I mean, just recently we came on with some new licensees that offer some pretty cool stuff here. I mean, you got temporary tattoos, stickers, magnets, car magnets, right? You can get your club logo, your ACL logo, your pro team logo, on there, even your state logo in there, and support your club with that. You got pom poms, right? Who doesn't like a good pom pom cheering away, right? Imagine that at your local live stream, and everybody's having pom poms in the background. But then the other stuff we have is like tumblers and cups and coffee mugs and even some baby sippy cups, that you can get customized. Use those as trophies for your events, your locals and regionals and whatnot. You can get them customized and, get those out as trophies, because you give out a jersey as to the winner, right? They can't really wear that to work normally, right? Some people can, but normally you can't really wear that trophy to work. You can't bring in your big, board plaque to work, but you could bring in this tumbler and let people know, hey, I won this event, right? So something along the little lines of that, that might stir up some conversation. But yeah, definitely, if you get logged into DLH, get an account, again, free. all of these resources are in there that show all of our licensees, and easy contact information for them. And they, since you're already in there, they will see that you're authorized to do this, and offer you the discounts that they offer.
Yeah, I can say I'm in the DLH platform. It is very simple, very easy to do at the beginning of each season. Just make sure that you're in there, and again, the benefits open up for you and your club at that time. So,
I mean, the sky's the limit with this kind of stuff.
yeah, especially these new tumblers and stuff. If you guys have not seen them, I know they were bringing them around. I think they started bringing them around to the signatures in Arizona. Some of the stuff that was there. If you have not seen them, they are very, very cool. All the drinkware stuff that they have. I don't see where somebody wouldn't be ecstatic to get that as some sort of like Josh said, a prize for a regional win, or local events, kind of things of that nature. They would be a fantastic addition into your prizes and things.
Yeah, question for you though. Who's going to be the first one to walk around with the ACL pom-poms?
Ooh,
I'd say Athena, but
well, I think that's a dead giveaway. We got to go somebody else besides her, maybe.
Jamie
yeah, I was gonna say. I can see Jamie
doing
doing it down in Texas, maybe. Let's see. Athena, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean that was basically it. I know a lot of you already have been up on the board stamp process that's going to be happening. It was really just to kind of reiterate in some of these new rulings and new things that have come out recently to get out there for you guys as well. But I guess the biggest thing that takeaway that I've seen for this season, ever since the news came out, was the misconceptions and the misinformation that was out there. So really wanted to put that out there for all of you to get the correct information. Now you can go back to players throughout the end of the season here, even throughout next season, that if they ask or you hear something, you can really kind of bring that back to the player and say, no, that's not correct. I actually, say as a regional director, I do not need to get the boards, but I choose to get the boards. It's not this season; it's next. It's the following season. So directors that may be bowing out, here, that they don't want to do it because they don't want to take that investment, and think they need to do it over this summer. Let them know you have the entire season next year to get into it, if you need to. And again, even if you want to, and you want to get into the fair play portion of it, or if they are a state director and they want to keep going with that, kind of just remind them it's not this year. It is only for the start of the 2026-27 season. So that's the biggest one that I've heard, and I know a lot of you have probably heard as well. But it's again, you can kind of pin that back to them and just let them know, and that may sway them and get them back on board and be like, oh, okay, then it's not that bad. And then again, you can work throughout that season and putting sponsor sets together and all that stuff and getting your inventory built back up.
It's just mandatory for the state directors.
Correct.
But I got another thing here. What was I? It's on the tip of my tongue. I had it, but it's gone. Let's see if any questions come in now.
So yeah, if anybody's got any questions in here, feel free to ask.
Yes. You still got a whole year for this. What was it that I was going to say? It's going to bug me. Yes.
We are with Keck. Thank you, Mike.
I did totally forget what I was going to say.
Don't make me go over my spiel again and try to get you to remind it, because I can't remember mine either. Guess you're completely lost.
Yeah, very lost. It's all right, though. But let me know if any questions come in. I got it. So I'm hearing a recurring theme between all these recent live videos, the town hall, the pro information, is that we listen to the players and the directors, and we're making changes based on that feedback. And the licensing team is the exact same way. We hear the players, we hear the directors, we hear our licensees. That is my job. My job right now. Not everybody knows what I'm doing right now in the ACL, but I'm basically the liaison between the licensees and the ACL. They want to talk to me about something. They want to give me praise. They want to give me negativity. I take it all, right? I hand it off to the ACL. I pass on information. I'm the liaison, right? And so I'm talking to licensees all day, every day long, some more than others, which is perfectly fine. And we hear your pain, your sufferings, and we want to make life easier for you. If life is easier for you, life is easier for us, right? So it's not just in the director group or the pro group, but it's also included with the licensees that we hear you. We're taking everything that you say to heart. Okay. That's what I wanted to say. Thank God I thought of that again.
Yes, and that's, definitely, as Josh said, during this, later part of the season with some of these changes and things that are going on, next season is shaping up to be an amazing season. And, getting your equipment established the way that you'd want to, and make sure that you're ready for longevity, and making sure all your events are run as tip top as they possibly can. That's the next step. So again, any of the board stamp questions that you have, I've been up on it for a long time. Feel free to, you can reach out to myself. Josh said, you can reach out to him with the DLH stuff. And as always, we have the support of Michael and Athena and even Todd at the same time. So if anybody has other questions after this, we'll stay on for maybe another minute or two to see if anybody might have something. But if not, then again, reach out to your if you're a local director, if you're a regional director, reach out to your next level director up, and if you have questions, and they can get the right answer for you. Or like I said, I get questions all the time from directors from all over, and then I can help you out with that at the same time. So
I remember trying to get that the chain of command down and set, and we hit that next level. It's difficult.
yep. Looks like setup's done now that Michael and Chris are back on. I see.
So. I don't know. They're it's done, right?
We all know it's never done.
I don't think anybody's coming in with any questions, but again, it doesn't mean you can't ask a question, right? If you're rewatching this video later on, definitely ask away if you have one.
Absolutely. More questions you have, the better off every single other director is going to be, because we can relay that information. It may not be one that you're thinking of, but it's a great question, and we can put that out there in the form of either just a post or anything else as well. So
I'm still in the director Facebook group. I don't know if you guys know this, but I lurk every now and then. So tag me if you got any specific questions on that. So
careful on the questions you ask, I guess.
Well,
no,
whatever.
Awesome. Well, if nobody else has any questions, I thank you everybody that joined us, and for those that may watch later, again, reach out to any of us if you do have some more questions. But it's board stamps are going to be a great thing for everybody, and I would really highly encourage everybody to look into and start building out your inventory with some of the best equipment that you can get. So thank you, Josh, for joining.
Thanks for having me.
But we will catch you guys all next time, and we'll close you out with another quote. We don't just play the game, we protect it, and ACL stamp boards are part of that promise. We want to protect the integrity of the game and make sure that we have the right equipment. So again, thank you all, but everybody have a great evening. We'll see you later.
And a great 4th.
Yes, happy 4th of July.